Welcome to Green Machine Football Playoff Style. I am John Rowley along with Bob Pettit, bringing you all the action of this first round of playoff game in which our Geneseo Green Machine take on the Warriors of Chicago Collins.
And we picked the best day of the week, John. It's as good as it gets right here. Beautiful. You know, all the wind and the cold this week. I went to a football game last night and just froze, but boy, it's a beauty today, and this is football weather.
It's beautiful, a sun-drenched field here at Geneseo. Green grass, beautiful lines in the field, and Geneseo in their green jerseys, yellow pants, yellow helmet, ready to play football here in this first round playoff game. Chicago Collins comes into the game with a record of 6-3 on the season. They're from the Chicago Public League Second City Division, in which the same division which Chicago Manly is, a team that we played earlier in the season. They come in the record of 6-3 with what looks to be some pretty good-looking athletes across there on their side of the field.
Probably a typical Chicago school, you know, with the good athletes, and you know, you have to see what kind of discipline they got. They lost to Manly 8-7, and you know, we handled Manly quite well, but you know, that doesn't always tell the story. That's the only common opponent we have any knowledge of right now.
Getting ready to kick off. Kickoff, tees up the ball, number 71 for Collins. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. Geneseo chose to return. Back deep is Hamer at his own 8-yard line. End over end kick, and Hamer will field the ball at the 15, 14-yard line, looking to go right up the middle of the field. Hamer has a seam. Hamer may break the screen to start over. There goes Hamer. He's got a sideline. He's got two blockers in front of him. He's got a foot race inside the 20. Touchdown, Hamer.
There was one man that had an opportunity to catch him, and he dove at the blocker's legs, trying to create a pile. He had no chance really of catching him. Hamer's speed took over.
81-yard touchdown, kickoff return by Billy Hamer to open up this playoff game. Be the fifth caller to the Roman's Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown. Win a free large two-topping pizza. Radio listeners only. 944-6171. Are they open right now? Anyway, give them a call. Put your name on the answer machine.
They must be open.
Fisher comes down for the PAT attempt. Kicks up. In good by Fisher. Makes 7-0 before we even get sat down in our seats. We're 15 seconds into the game, and Geneseo has 7 points on the board on Hamer's 81-yard touchdown return of the opening kickoff.
Well, Chicago Collins, if they won the flip and deferred, I bet they're wondering why they did that right now. One play, haven't had a play from scrimmage yet, but the opening kickoff all the way down this far sideline, totally untouched, was Hamer. And this game is off to a roaring start. We do not have Mr. Cathcart back in the game today yet, but he's been practicing this week.
Yep.
So, you know, the Maple Leafs kind of getting back. Mr. Patterson's got a smaller cast, kind of a walking cast. Don't know how far we got to go down the line to get him back in the lineup, but otherwise we got a pretty healthy group out here, ready for an outstanding football game. Leafs going to kick off here after opening the scoring 7-zip here in the early going.
86-yard kickoff return by Hamer. Geneseo is going from the south to the north here. They will now kick off. Arnold has it teed up at the 40, has a little bit of a breeze at his back. Nice high kick this time by Arnold. Going to be fielded down inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. They're going to bring it up the field. Number 3 going to be met there and slowed down by number 20 for the Leafs.
That's going to be Solberg. He not only slowed down, he's brought down. Solberg put the hit on him and hung on to his shoelaces, and he went down.
Right at the 20-yard line.
Outstanding field position defensively for the Leafs.
Let's try to get that defense set real quick. Cole Riley's up front on the left side. The senior, 6'1", 205. In the middle, number 59, Alex Anderson, 6'2", senior, 250 pounds. And on the right side, looks like Mark Cothran, number 66, 6'2", 245. Collins breaks her huddle and comes up the line of scrimmage. First play from scrimmage, they go spread offense, one back in the backfield, shotgun formation. The quarterback for Collins, a good size quarterback. Now they're going to shift all around and go up under center and go in a tight formation. And there's going to be a flag on the play as they exhausted the play clock. As you see at the end of the field, 0-0. They'll march off 5 right away against Collins.
That was a great idea. I think they took all week working that play out, but it just took way too much time.
Spread them out, bring them back together.
I don't think anybody was fooled by that concept right there. But the Leafs had no problem with it. They just floated right back in with them. They're going to start. They were at the 19. They're going to pull it back to the 14, and now they're 1st and 15, and they're in a big hole.
Gaines, the quarterback, number 10, 6 foot, 170 pounds. Now they're going to jump the formation all over again. They'll go tight left, tight right, and there's another flag on the play by the line judge on the far side who comes in. Again, those linemen can't be jumping around and moving around up there. Maybe too many moved at once, and they're going to raise their hand and.
Yep, they're going to explain you can't do that either. Maybe you can do that in Chicago, but you can't do that here. This is the state of Illinois. Referee today, Dave Hadley. Umpire Mike Rodich, Jeff Strack, John Mexner, the line judge, and the back judge, Kim Freitag. So we got some, I think they're down there towards the Galesburg area, gentlemen. They might be watching this, but I get their name on there.
There you go. Snodgrass is at the linebacker position, number 51. And goes sweep play out wide.
Oh!
They're stringing that one way out, trying to find a corner. Geneseo meets them and loses a yard on the play. Nice pursuit over there on the far side. Looked like Kroger came up along with.
Schilling came up in there. You know, what I was watching was Mark Cothran chasing him down the line. Cothran was keeping up with him.
Yes, he was. That's what I was
flipped
looking.
that to the running back, and he was not getting away from Cothran. Cothran just kept chasing him down the line, was not able to turn the corner, and it's going to be second in a long, long way. 2nd
and 20 from their own 10-yard line is Collins. They come to the line of scrimmage in their white jerseys, trimmed in purple. Yellow face mask on the helmet, yellow pants. Have an extra 15 players on the sideline they brought down here. Shotgun formation, looking to go up the middle, stacked up well. It's still loose. Solberg's on the tackle there. As they had him stacked up, he bounced it out, and they're going to lose some yardage on the play as Solberg brings him down after, well, let's call it a gain of a yard. Let's call it 3rd and 20 still for Collins.
We got to give everybody a little bit of credit on that one. I think Cothran was over there, and Snodgrass was over there as always. Just about everybody had touched him one time. Hoon came from the far side. I saw his jersey on the final play. It took so long to develop.
Schilling at linebacker along with Snodgrass in the middle, Rivera on the left side.
3rd and almost 20.
Just underway here. Geneseo's up 7-0 on the opening kickoff return by Hamer. Shotgun formation by Collins. They take the ball across the middle. Big receiver drops the ball across the middle. Would have had enough for it still would have been about 8 yards short of the first down.
That was not going to be a first down, yeah, John. And he was, it hit him really in a bad place right there in the hands. Really wasn't a poorly thrown ball at all, but he just could not pull it in.
The big fellow there looking to catch that ball. Didn't catch his number.
Some of these people from Chicago, these gentlemen from Chicago, have not been this far from home before, as I understood.
Yep.
And, there's probably a very different atmosphere than they're used to playing in here.
Flag thrown in the play once again. First round playoff game. Dead ball.
He was already going to punt out of the end zone. It's going to put him deep in the end zone to try to kick this ball. Wouldn't be surprising if Geneseo tried to put on a rush here and make something happen early here again.
Back deep for Geneseo's Hoon along with Walters. They'll stand back at the Collins 40-yard line. Kicker, the big fella, number 71, 5'10", 250, the punter for Collins. Nice snap. An end-over-end kick. Going to be one bounce, and Hoon's going to field the ball at the 38-yard line. He's going to be tackled right there. Nice hit that time by Collins. On Hoon, they'll mark the ball at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 leads, and here comes the offense for the Green Machine.
Landon was going to try to take the other direction over there, but he got busted. I wish I could find my sheet here. Number 80 was Shaquille Daniels. Put a hit on him as he was trying to run laterally. But nonetheless, the Leafs pick that ball up in excellent field position on the 36-yard line, trying to run the score here, add on to their 7-0 lead.
Number 52, Seth Daniels, brings them up the line of scrimmage to set themselves. First man through, gets the carry, gets 5 yards on the middle, up the middle goes Burris. Daniels is a center, flanked by Anderson on the left side, number 59, then Tommy Reese, number 75 at tackle, and Brian Johnson at the tight end position, number 48. On that right side of Seth Daniels is Mark Cothran, number 66, Anthony Rome, number 67, and Brady C.I., number 28, as they open up the game. Let's call it 2nd and long, 4 for the Leafs at the 31-yard line. Gives the ball second man through. On the carry is Walters, falls forward close to the first down. Maybe a just a foot short off that left side.
The spotter over here, I think, is going to give it to him. Yep, they're going to.
Yep.
Unless I'm seeing something real crooked, they're going to get a first down out of this.
And they're going to bring the chains in.
Well,
you can't get one right, can you?
I had a wrong call last week, so I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. It looks like to be a first down, but they're going to measure it here. If it is not a first down, it would be third. One of the problems this Chicago Collins team they're going to have a hard time seeing the football. We hide that football so well. We've been talking about that all season long, and we hide that extremely well. They're going to have a hard time finding it.
Very close. They're down there on their hands and knees looking at it. Oh.
I'm probably bleeping in and out here just a little bit. Keith playing with my wires.
So they're going to call it third down. We were short of the first down marker by just inches. They'll bring up third in inches for the Leafs. Has the nose of the football right near the 25-yard line. Fisher brings them up. Big fellas get ready to set themselves. The running backs are already down in the backfield with Kroger, Walters, and Burris in a wishbone formation behind Fisher. Going towards the north end zone. Gives the man power this time. On the carry goes first down. Walters down to the 23-yard line.
And that's one man from breaking that one too. That was a solo tackle by number 17, Earl Grissom. He's one of their big guns over there. They've got a few athletes, like we said, some fine players, but they don't have the kind of team play that you're going to see out of the Green Machine. So it's going to be a tough day if they don't start gang tackling.
Kroger goes in motion, going to drop back. Fisher keeps the ball, pitches the last second out to Kroger, number 20, spins and fights and gets inside the 10-yard line. A late pitch that time by Fisher as he did run the option the right side with Kroger.
That is going to be a first down, John. I'm not going to have to guess at this one. Guess wrong anyway. That was a great catch by Kroger.
Yes,
that ball was pitched just a little bit behind him, and he had to reach back and pull that thing in. That could have been a fumble because it was kind of low and behind him. Great catch by Kroger. Made up some big yardage, and the Maple Leafs are driving. Big time.
8:45 left in this first quarter. Geneseo's up 7-0 on their first possession of the game. Tight formation, double wing set for the Green Machine. Burst the fullback and give a sweep play to Kroger, looking around the corner. Kroger gets inside the 10, down close to the 5-yard line. Nice pickup of probably close to 6 or 7 on the play.
As I said, John, they can't see the ball. They don't have enough people pursuing the ball because they're not reading where the ball's at. They're just not seeing it. And they're relying on 1 or 2 people to bring that ball carrier down, and that's going to be a long day when you rely on that because all you take is one missed tackle and it's long yardage.
J.J. Rivera brings the play in to the huddle of Geneseo, which sets themselves at about the 20-yard line. They break it now, come up to the 6-yard line, 2nd and 4. They can get a first down at about the 3-yard line. Wing back right side comes in motion. Walters going to cut it back, gets the grain still on his feet. Going to be very close to a touchdown, Geneseo. Kind of a slow call that time, and there's a little pile right there at the point of attack. Touchdown, Geneseo. Walters on the carry, be the 5th caller to Roma's Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown and win a free large 2-topping pizza. Radio listeners only, must be redeemed within 1 week. 944-6171.
Going to be a tough combination for Chicago Collins here today. The way we hide the football and the deception that we have in the backfield, plus our offensive line that's blowing humongous holes in that line. Maple Leafs, if we keep this up, it's going to be a long day for Chicago Collins.
Fisher on the kick, up and good to make the score 14-0 Maple Leafs with 7:46 left in this first quarter. Again, I'm John Rowley along with Bob Pettit on just a beautiful day and a beautiful atmosphere for high school football, let alone for state playoff football, as the fans are nearly full here on this near sideline of green and white.
You have to believe that the Maple Leaf coaches wanted to make this kind of a short day for their starters. They wanted to come out and play right from the beginning. They don't want to drag this thing out. Really establish that we're in control of the ball game. Our big boys are handling the line of scrimmage on every play. Don't wait around, let them think they can hang around, and then get everybody some playing time, keep everybody healthy, and that's the way you want this first round game to go. And to this point, it's following the script.
And we've had that problem a little bit this year with the first possession by the opposition. Numerous games have kind of marched the ball down the field on us. Then we've had to have a little wake-up call and come and play. Tonight, we're already ready to play, and of course, Hamer's kickoff return to open up the game is really a way to set the pace.
We don't know what they can do offensively. They were so unorganized on that first possession. They had the 3 penalties, at least 3 penalties. and very disorganized on the plays that they did run. So maybe we'll find out a little bit different this time.
Arnold on the kick. That's high. It's going to drop down in between them. Ball's a live ball, still in the field, and Geneseo may have a chance at getting that ball recovered. Indication maybe Geneseo on the recovery of the kickoff at the 23-yard line. What they did, nobody wanted to catch the ball. They just let it hit the ground, and nobody got on it. And I don't know who recovered that loose ball, but Geneseo will take over 1st and 10 at the Collins 21-yard line.
Ball hit right down inside the 20-yard line. Took kind of a funny bounce, but like you say, those guys up in the blocking wedge, they want nothing to do with that thing.
No.
And it kind of took a bounce forward, and so the deep backs couldn't get to it quite quick enough, or they really didn't make an effort to get to it quick enough.
Exactly.
Maple Leafs, of course, had to run 30, 40-some yards to get to it, and they picked it up before the Collins players could even get to it.
1st and 10 from the 21. Walters comes in motion. Going to pitch it outside here. Got a block. Kroger with a nice seal block inside the 15, down to the 10. Walters knocked out of bounds at about the 18-yard line. Shoved out of bounds there by number 3, Johnson. 6 foot, 190 pounds.
A little bit of a late hit there, but they're gonna let that go. Keep the flag in the pocket. Nobody got hurt.
Yep.
They really they've already flagged Chicago Collins a few times already here, and I think they're just they're not trying to rub it in immediately.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line. To call, going towards the north end zone. Green Machine with the ball. Kroger goes in motion. Get a quick toss out to him. He's going to cut it back against the grain. He's going to find pay dirt. Touchdown, Kroger. Nice cutback by Kroger. Read the defense perfectly. Be the 5th caller. Del Roma's Pizza. Every time Geneseo scores a touchdown on one of 3 large 2-topping pizza. Radio listeners only. Must be redeemed in 1 week. 944-6171.
Well, we haven't played 4.5 minutes yet. It's 20. Well, it should be 20. Trying to get 21 here. 3-touchdown lead for the Maple Leafs. They've had it their own way in every phase of the game. Try for the extra point here by Fisher.
Snap is good. Hold down. Kicks up.
Whoa. It is good.
By Fisher.
It looks like he pushed that off to the right, but it stayed in the goalpost.
And he's got quite a breeze he's fighting there, too. They wanted to coming directly out of the east, or out of the west, blowing to the east.
So we're 21, 4.5 minutes into the game, not quite into the game here, with 3-touchdown lead for the Maple Leafs. Chicago Collins kind of in a daze here. They come down probably in a little bit of environmental shock.
Yeah, that's part of it.
They've probably never seen anything quite like this with the fireworks, and they hope they didn't think somebody was shooting.
The fireworks and bringing 60 kids on the field to warm up. And I am John Roll. That's Bob Pettit next to me here. They're going to run out of T-shirts today, shooting them up here.
See if they can get one through the window up here.
So we'll go back at it here.
Hey,
Arnold.
Here comes the football. That's what you wanted, John.
There we go. That one's aiming right to us.
Arnold's going to kick for the 3rd time already. And
nice high kick. Kicks at the very same spot. I wonder if the sun's a problem over there, too. The ball's on the ground once again. They have him hemmed in back there and brought down again by Solberg.
Solberg again. A lot of people down there on that play. Tyler Craig down there on that play, but Solberg amazingly down there just got a nose for that football.
That may be a tough spot to catch the ball. The sun might be right over the top of their heads as you look at the shadows. That's the way it's been cast out in the field. A couple of them trying to shield their eyes. Collins will take over 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Geneseo comes up, 3 down linemen. Ends are both walked up tight. Linebacker Snodgrass. Hoon. Nothing going that time. Stack him up. We lost. They lost charges that time. Defense moved him back about 3 yards.
That's going to be Cothran and Hoon in the backfield. Kroger was even in the backfield on that one.
How did he get up there that fast?
They obviously just smelled that thing out and just busted the line of scrimmage. And it was all green jerseys. It was a mess. He was going nowhere.
Yep. Collins comes up, 2nd and a long 11, we'll call it. 6:53 left in the 1st quarter. Geneseo's up 21-0. Little fake action in the backfield. Linemen are trying to get themselves. They're not. The linemen aren't lazy. They're working up there, just not being able to sustain any blocks up front. As Geneseo's defense is just shedding them.
That's Cothran again over there
getting to
on that play. It was either Cothran or Reiling. It was a 60. That's Cothran over there on that play again. Just ate him up.
Number 10, the quarterback Gaines, is 6 foot, 170 pounds.
If you have to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage here in this possession, it's 3rd and 11.
Number 7, he's a freshman up front for him, 185 pounds, as you see him break the huddle. Wide receivers left and right. Spread offense, going to look for a little draw play, but I think Anderson knew the play from coming out of the huddle and brings him down after no gain on the play.
That didn't work so good. Anderson in there. Again, all 3 of the interior linemen, Cothran and Reiling.
Silver checks in, number 45, along with Billier.
Yeah, Cothran checks out and Anderson checks out. Billier and Silver checking in. Keep the bodies fresh, get that, establish that depth.
Yep. Wide left, wide right.
Make sure everybody gets their opportunities
they're
here.
Going 4th down there, going to go punt formation. Kicker, little line drive kick, and Hoon's going to field it back at his own 45. Muffs the pickup. Looking to get a wall over here. He's got a wall. He can get around it. Oh, he had one guy to beat, and he had a wall set up on this near sideline, as Hoon had to bring it clear from the right hash mark to the left in order to get to the wall, and one player snuck through and brought him down at the 45-yard line of Collins.
Had his cousin JJ out in front of him here, but he just couldn't get the right guy blocked. So they did break through. It was developing though. He had to get around that corner, and there was some running room.
Ball's on the 45-yard line of Geneseo.
On top of everything else, Geneseo has won the field possession game today enormously. Collins has not had the ball past the 20-yard line, I don't believe yet, and Geneseo has had the ball in very favorable position each time they've received it.
Collins goes with 5 down linemen up front. That's a nice pop and inside. Hoon with the carry, picks up 3.
Rivera checks back in with the play. We got the big boys blowing holes up there again. Can't talk about those guys enough. Tommy Reese up there, Alex Anderson, Seth Daniels, Mark Cothran, Anthony Rome.
Collins has them all up in the box, all within about 5-7 yards of the line of scrimmage. Burris on the carry, gets into Collins territory. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 3 for the Leafs.
Brian Johnson at the end, and on that particular play was J.J. Rivera on the other end. Brady C.I. running in with this play.
Scores 21-0. Maple Leafs on top with 4:33 left in this first quarter.
Haven't had a chance to talk too much about the great job that Seth Daniels has done replacing Patterson, and after that injury, and he's been so solid in the middle. Just an outstanding job stepping up when you needed a soldier.
Again, 5 down linemen for Collins. They're going to look to get outside. Hoon's got a blocker out in front. Nice way to read his block out in front. And he'll carry the would-be tackle down to the 40-yard line. First down, Leafs down into Collins territory.
Just a little bit dip inside and turned the corner, got out around the defensive end and had some running room.
Collins has about 15 extra players on the far sideline. Coaches dressed in purple on the far side.
That matches their cheering section. They have maybe they have 25. That'd be about 1 per player.
1st and 10. Fisher keeps the ball, looks downfield, got big pressure. Oh, big face mask that time. It looked like the way his head got snapped around. He's looking to throw the ball downfield.
If it wasn't a face mask, it looked like it could have been a horse collar, but it's going to be a no call. That's going to be number 51, Enoch Smith. Puts him down, and all of a sudden the Maple Leafs have a deep down and distance here. It's going to be about, 19, 18?
Yep, 18. 2nd and 18 for the Leafs. Moves the ball back to the 48-yard line. Certainly the protection wasn't well done up front, or maybe a stunt by the Collins team that the little sprint out action, looking downfield. Had a couple receivers, but Fisher just couldn't get his shoulders turned upfield enough to get that ball down. Double wing set. Crossbuck action in the backfield that time. Mitchell with the carry, breaks it, cuts it back against the grain. Gonna fight somebody off. First down, Geneseo. Derek Mitchell with a little cutback against the grain, moves the ball downfield. First down, Leafs. Big pickup of 18 yards, 19 yards by Mitchell.
Great blocking by the Green Machine and great field sight by Derek Mitchell. He really wasn't touched. He didn't have to break a lot of tackles all the way down there. He was across the first down yardage, and he needed to pick up 18 before he was ever touched. Just cut back very nicely against the grain, and they didn't react.
Double wing set. Now they're going to drop back the pass once again. Gonna get the ball out here to Hoon. Nice catch by Hoon at the 22-yard line. Nice throw by Fisher. Again, almost looked like the play they wanted to run there a couple plays ago when he got sacked.
Had he caught that on the run, he probably would have picked up a little more yardage. As it is, he picked up about 5. But he had to kind of dive for that ball and take it to the ground. But better safe than no yardage at all. Pick up the 5.
Nice pick up on the first down. Still in the first quarter here. Geneseo's up by the score 21-0. As Hamer opened up the game with a solid 86-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Great opportunity to work on a few different things.
Wingback goes in motion. Going to drop back to pass. Puts the ball up deep in the end zone for Mitchell. Touchdown. No, that's number 28. That was
that's Brady CI.
CI with the catch.
Ball was laid right out there. All he had to do was tuck it in. Beautiful pass.
Laid it out there beautifully, yes. Be the 5th caller, Laroma's Pizza. Every time Geneseo scores a touchdown and win a free large 2-topping pizza, radio listeners only. Must be redeemed within 1 week. 944-6171. Touchdown, Geneseo.
We've already played 9 minutes and 45 seconds here in this first quarter. Maple Leafs looking for their 28th point.
Up and right down the middle by Fisher.
Chicago Collins has yet to get the ball across their own 20-yard line. The Maple Leafs with 4 touchdowns in 4 possessions.
Yeah, you're not rubbing it in. I mean, certainly we got control of this whole game, but I think Coach probably wanted to get a little pass blocking action up front, get that bad taste out of their mouth. Now, one time that they gave up a sack, came back with CI with a nice pass, and Fisher just done an excellent job all season of that pass, not forcing anything, just putting the ball up in the air and let the receiver make the play.
It's not unsportsmanlike in the first quarter, John. You know, you've got to work on some things. You know, this is playoff time, and there's some things you want to really work on as a team, offensively and defensively. And this is the time to do it. Make sure, it's a lot better, even though the competition is not exactly what you may see down the line, but you want to work. It's better to do it against different competition than your own players. They've got to work on some things here and get some positive things out of this ball game in order to move forward.
That was a 7-play, 55-yard drive by the Maple Leafs. 3 minutes and 9 seconds of the second quarter. 23-yard pass, Fisher to CI, and puts the touchdown on the board. Extra point good. 28-0 Maple Leafs. Arnold has it teed up again. Once again, he gets it very, very high. Fielded at the 19, 18-yard line. Return man still on his feet. Ball's fumbled, and I believe Geneseo falls on it.
Kidding me?
A nice return of the ball by Collins, and they fumbled the ball out at about the 40-yard line. I believe Geneseo came up with it. And once again, I didn't pick up who got the recovery.
Let's see who gets the glad hand, but you could see they were actually going to get the ball past their own 20-yard line this time until they decided to cough it up. I mean, he wasn't even hit. He was just running along and decided to let go of the football, coughed it up, and we never did see who really got the big glad hand there, but a lot of green jerseys on that pile. It was wide open. I think there was about 5 green jerseys and to 1 white jersey with opportunities on that.
Hamer checks into the game at the quarterback position. Gives the ball this time to Burris. First man through. What's out there in the field? It's orange on the 40-yard line. Pick up about 5 that time by Burris off the right side.
Valentine on tackle, second down.
Rivera jogs in with the play. Shot clock rolling. Maple Leafs here just chugging right down the line, the field at will.
Methodically as they want with 1:32 left in the first quarter. Up by the score 28-0 are the Maple Leafs. Tight formation, double wing. Gonna go keep the ball this time. Hamer keeps it. Finds a little seam inside the 15 down to about the 12 goes Hamer. Brought down there by number 34.
We expected the Maple Leafs to have a little bit more trouble up front when the Warriors were fresh, and here with a little bit of enthusiasm. But as they wear down, it might get worse here. So
yes,
we knew this wasn't going to be an outstanding football team when Manly. We knew that Manly beat them, but really expected just a little bit more resistance here than this.
But yeah, at this point in the season,
Maple Leafs just blowing enormous holes. I mean, not to take anything away from our offensive line, because we've been touting them all year. They are outstanding, experience and size and strength, but they're just shoving them aside like they're not there.
Yes, you're right. Out of Chicago Public League, Second City Division, Collins comes into the game with a 6-3 record on the season from their conference. They dressed 30 players, it looks like, on a roster here. It looks about the same way on the field of 30 players. That ranges from freshmen, sophomores through the seniors on that sideline for the Warriors of Collins.
As I was counting I estimated 25 or 30 fans over there. I wasn't counting the ones in green. I assume those are ours.
Yeah, those are probably ours that didn't find a place to sit on this side.
People just didn't want to sit in the crowd, in a crowded scenario over here. So I know we've got some fans over there. You can see that clearly. 1st and 10
Leafs. Back to the field we go. Collins takes a timeout and returns to the field. 1st and 10 Leafs at the 12-yard line of Collins, going towards the north end zone. 1:20 left in the first quarter. Shotgun formation for Hamer. He's going to give the ball, looking to cut the ball. Ooh, he had a cutback right there. Did Mitchell as he slipped at the 20 or 12-yard line as he tried to cut it back, and there was a wide open gap there.
I'm just glad he's not hurt on that. The way he took that cut and the way he went down, it looked like something gave out on him, but fortunately it was just the grass. He did have a hole there if he could have cut that back, and it was going to be another 6.
So we'll call it 2nd and 9 for the Leafs. Ball's on the 11-yard line. Inside a minute left here in the first quarter. Hamer goes to shotgun formation, double wing set. Burris the fullback. No, Barron's the quarterback, or the fullback right behind the quarterback. Hamer and
he's getting right down there near the first down.
Inside the 5-yard line.
Ran right over the top. He still got the big boys up front. Ran over the top of Rome, Anthony Rome on that right side, and I'm trying to see who the guard is. Cothran's the guard over on that side.
Burris out of the game right now. Barron's number 36 in, the junior.
Jared Burton in at this at the guard on this slot over here for Alex Anderson. Alex has been going both ways, so getting him a little breather, getting Jared Burton some depth built here.
Geneseo's just going to let the clock run down here in this first quarter. So after one period of play here at Geneseo, first round playoff game, Class 4A. The Maple Leafs are on top by the score 28-0. We'll be back after this to bring you all the second half action.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Central Bank, Chicago Street Decorating Center, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Stackhouse Moore, Farmers National Bank, Geneseo Telephone Company, Turpins of Geneseo, Hammond Henry Hospital, Hazelwood Homes, Northside Rexall Drug, Protec Auto Body, Holland & Sons, Crow Ford. Please patronize these fine businesses and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Welcome back as we get ready to start this second quarter of action here. Class 4A first round playoff game. Maple Leafs, Green Machine of Geneseo taking on the Collins Academy Warriors. We're going to score 28-0 as we get set to start this second quarter.
John Buzzard says we got 118 yards in that first quarter to -3 for Collins. I thought we had more than 118, but we had a long kickoff return for 1 touchdown and some very nice methodical drives.
We've been playing with a short field.
Playing with a short field, yeah, that's true. You don't get as much yardage when you got that good a field position. Shorten that field up, and it's an awful easy game.
Yep. Leafs
driving once again, mixing the lineup just a little bit.
We'll see a lot of players play yet today.
Hamer in the shotgun spot. Barron's
double wing.
Fullback.
Hoon, along with Mitchell. It's all junior backfield except for the quarterback. Mitchell gets the ball untouched. Touchdown by number 29. Derek Mitchell will be the 5th caller to the Romans Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown and win a free large 2-topping pizza. Radio listeners only, must be redeemed within 1 week. 944-6171.
You know, when you're lining up defensively on a play like that, I'm not sure what you're expecting, but you know, you have to expect something like that. And there was a hole you could drive a truck through. And
he didn't get touched.
Totally untouched.
Kicks up. Arnold comes in with the place kicking duties of the extra point. It's good. The old left footer, number 15, puts it through the uprights. 35-0.
You think they'd maybe fill that box just a little bit, you know, and make you do something different. Instead, you know, we can run wide, we can run up the middle, we can do pretty much whatever we want. They're not stopping anything.
No.
You know, if they at least stopping something, take us out of our comfort zone someplace. But it's kind of an interesting football game. We're going to have a lot of people get a lot of action here if this keeps up. We've already got an entire new backfield in there, which hasn't cost us a lick here. Those guys, you know, play a lot, and they're an outstanding group anyway. But pretty soon we'll get some line players in here, and they'll probably still blow the holes through there.
Yep. So we'll tee it up again. Arnold will. This time he'll kick towards the south. Kicking into the wind.
This team probably met their goal already of making the playoffs.
Yes.
That was probably the biggest goal they had for the season at 6-3. If they had been 5-4 because of playoff points, they would not have made it.
No.
So they just crept in, and they met their goal, and they're willing to have a nice sunny day of football and go home.
Ball's caught at the 15-yard line. He's got his little bit of the seam. He's still on his feet. Arnold's going to make the tackle at the 44-yard line. Arnold, the kicker, makes the tackle of the return man. He's slow getting up over here. No, I think it maybe had a shoe problem. Number 3, Johnson on the return, 6 foot, 190 pounds.
Now, the one thing the Leafs don't want to do, you know, the game is not on the line here at 35-zip in favor of the Leafs, but the one thing they don't want to do is lose their intensity here, and that was not good coverage. And I know the coaches are not going to be happy with that special teams play right there.
Collins comes up 1st and 10, best field position they've had at their own 44-yard line. Spread offense, shotgun formation. Looks like this near side end's offsides, if you ask me. Drop back to pass, puts the ball deep in the air, going down the sideline, incomplete. Solberg on the coverage, along with DeCap coming from the inside.
That ball was only about 5 yards long, and if he'd had a cape and could have fly for that ball, he might have been able to get that, because he did go airborne.
Yep, he tried to get after it. We'll call it 2nd and 10. He may have had a stride on Solberg on the near sideline.
That ball would have had to been perfect, though. It was about one.
Yes.
It was about a half a step, and would have had to be perfectly laid out there, and it wasn't close.
Hamer and Solberg on the near side. They're going to go spread offense once again. Shotgun formation. Look to throw it. Intercepted that time by Solberg. Cuts it back up against the grain. Going to return it back to the 47-yard line. Solberg, nice catch of the ball. Returns it back.
He was shocked. That ball was just up in the air, and it was overthrown again.
Yep.
You know, quite a bit by a good margin. Solberg just said, "Hey, anybody going to catch that? I might as well." Put his left hand up there and pulled it in. That is I think we have everybody in our backfield has had an interception this year, and I think that's his 2nd or 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, this year. So defensive backfield, nice coverage.
That'll be his 2nd interception of the year. Luke Schneider checks in the quarterback position, number 22, freshman.
He just happened to be at the right place at the right time, following the ball, though. When the ball's in the air, read it well, and just came to the ball.
Up we come with a double wing set. Daniels at center. Second man through is going to get the ball. No, first man through got the ball. Sorry.
Was that Silver?
Isaac Silver with the carry, number
Silver
45.
carrying the football. Good for you.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Isaac Silver in the offensive backfield. Getting a shot. We're getting
already getting them mixed in here.
Yep, we're getting some.
Singbush is in the game, a freshman.
Getting some clean jerseys in there. Ray Singbush, number 26. If you happen to be watching this on the replay. And
Mitch Miller at the left wing back. 2nd and 6. Second man through with the carry. Goes Singbush, gets it over the 40 down to the 38-yard line.
Freshman running hard. Didn't want to go down very easy. Probably his first varsity carry right there,
might
John.
have been, I think.
And you know, you might as well make it memorable.
Nice pick up there to playoff game.
Go pick up, bust a couple heads, and make it look good.
Runs hard every time he touches the ball. Does race. CI checks back in.
Race had an outstanding season with the sophomore group.
Certainly did.
As a freshman, and was a key player for him all year long in their conference championship.
35-0 Maple Leafs on top here with 10:13 left in the second quarter. Option near side. Schneider keeps the ball on the option. Going to get enough for the first down and moves the ball to the 35-yard line.
Luke Snyder, also a freshman. It's amazing how many freshmen we get in the ball game here. We got number 77. I think that's Connor Luxmore checking in at the tackle spot.
Checking in for Anderson.
Actually, they probably come in at the guard spot then for Anderson.
You know, sometimes you wonder, you brought a lot of freshmen up and a lot of sophomores up for the varsity action here. They get one extra week of practice. I mean, they get a chance to be with the team and practice, just like they talk about in college. As far as you make those Bulls games, you get an extra month of practice. Right now, these guys are getting extra reps of practice, which will pay dividends down the road. The ball's fumbled, but picked up by Johnson. On the carry was Isaac Silver.
Silver on the carry. Brian Johnson picks up the football and advances it up to the 18-yard line. You know, when you're living right, things are going your way.
Right. Yep.
Everything's going the Green Machine way today.
I'd give that CI with the carry. Was it down the 18-yard line? Statistician John Buzzard is trying to figure out how to write that one down.
CI just brought a play in the game, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Singbush wide. Oh my goodness.
Got a corner, cuts back against the grain. Takes the ball down to the 10-yard line. Pickup of about 8 on the play.
Read that block well, cut inside of it. He looked like he was taking it wide, and then got a little kick out block, cut inside, picked up nice yardage. It's always good to get the big yardage on first down. You know, we got freshmen and sophomores in there.
We got a bunch of seniors up front still, though.
Yeah, we do. We got some big boys up front. But we got, Tommy Reese is still in there, and Anthony Rome's still in there.
Daniels at the center is a junior. Gets the ball up to gut once again. That time to CI on the carry, I believe. Nope. Motion by the Leafs. Going to march off 5. That'll be the first penalty on the Maple Leafs this afternoon. Up by the score 35-0. Most everything's been going the Maple Leafs direction here in this first half.
Jared Burton getting the action at guard. Ike Silver in the backfield here, offensive backfield. Been playing a lot of defense this year in a lot of different spots, but mostly the nose guard spot. But get some offensive backfield action. Good for him. Works hard every day.
Play comes in.
Luke Snyder, once again, the freshman at quarterback.
CI brings it in. Okay, go ahead.
It's amazing what you're saying, John, about these guys getting that extra practice, but also just being on a varsity sideline, whether you get in or not, gives you a feel for what, you know, the speed of the game. It's different than that freshman sophomore level.
Play. Nice knockout or kick out block. Gets the ball back to the 15-yard line. On the carry was Mitch Miller.
They're going to have third and long here for the first time in the ball game. I'm not sure it's going to be a tantalizing situation here if they don't pick up first down, whether we're going to go for 3 or just continue to try to get a first down.
Double wing set. Mitchell goes in, looking at the option to play out, gets it out to Singbush. Oh, going to come short of the first down on the carry or Singbush, and they're going to go for the field goal here. Field goal team coming onto the field.
That was one man out there, Shaquille Daniels again. We called his name a couple of times making solo tackles because if he doesn't make that tackle, it's probably 6. It's certainly a first down.
We had
we're missing somebody. Better get him in there.
J.J. Rivera checks in.
Rivera, whether it's his spot or not, he's going to take it.
Got plenty of time on the clock.
Yep, he's got it. We need
clock.
We need a blocker on that end over there. That's a bad space to have a hole.
Placement's down, kicks up.
Oh, that looks nice.
Good for 3.
That could have been an extra 20 yards out. That was a nice boot.
And he's going into the wind there too, Bob.
You know, and that's just another thing to work on. That isn't rubbing it in either. That's something that you got to get some game. You can kick those all day in practice, but until you get out there and kick them with an opponent coming at you, it's a whole different story.
Yep.
So it's just something they got to work on. That might win a ball game for them down the line, knowing they can kick that field goal. 38-0. About after 1.5 quarters.
7:20 left on the clock. Not even that yet. 8 plays, 33-yard drive by the Leafs, capped off by a field goal by Fisher. Fisher handles the field goal, extra point kicking, and Jake Arnold handles the long kicking or the kickoffs.
Wouldn't have been a bad option to go for first down on that play either, because you probably would have got it the way the line was blowing holes and the way they were moving the football. But again, that's just something. That's just something to work on.
Yep.
Work on that field goal in game situation.
The ball rolls off the kicking tee. Jake Arnold will set it back up there. Number 15, the senior.
Chicago Collins Academy here are going to receive the ball and going to see if they can catch the ball in the air.
It's a high kick this time. Going to come down to 25. And return back on that far sideline. Looked like 68 on the tackle there for the Leafs, which would be Cole Reiling. Picking up Coach Johnston's on the mic a little bit on our field mic.
I think that might be Oliver Newton at 63, but
Newton?
I think we better give Ollie a little kudos there. Is a nice, he came around the far side here, grabbed a hold and hung on until somebody can get some help. We got Caleb Billier at the defensive tackle, at one defensive tackle, and maybe Reiling on the other side.
Broken play, trying to get outside to number 3. Geneseo had hemmed in pretty good. Going to go back across the field. Going to pick up blockers on that far side. Hoon turns him in. He's still on his feet. He might have a chance to make it. DeCap on the pursuit. Kroger has a chance to slow him down and does bring him down. A broken play that time by Collins. The biggest gain of the day for the Warriors.
Don't know exactly how to describe that, John. We had a couple guys right over here about the 30-yard line, had him wrapped up, thought he was going down.
Yep.
Reversed his field, completely went laterally to the far side of the field and just kind of worked his way down. And quite honestly, the green pursuit was not as good as it should have been on that play. Should have been pursuing that football just a little bit better. And I don't know if they thought it was down or what happened, but big broken play. Not just a broken play, but a big broken play. First thing that hasn't really gone the Green Machine's way today.
Johnson, the quarterback, goes under center. A power play this time. Flag on the play, thrown right in the pile. Off that left side, off the line for Collins. They'll have to set it up at 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line of Geneseo. Clipping, they're a block below the waist by Collins.
Must have been a crack there on the end. It was late. This guy way on the far sideline over here saw it, so probably a little crack back below the knees on that end, and that's going to shoot him. Just when they have an opportunity to try to move the football, got a little. Actually, may have picked up a couple yards on that play.
Taking a big one off.
Going to march off a big one here, and the Collins Academy is going to find themselves in a big old hole again at about 1st and 23.
Ball sits on the 41-yard line of Geneseo. 6:39 left in this first half. 38-0. Maple Leafs up on top. They go T backfield. Does Collins. They got everybody moving now. It's going to be offsides by Collins or illegal procedure. Had 3 players moving at once.
We had several players moving also, but they obviously are just following the procedure of Collins. And boy, they're going back as fast as they went forward on that one big broken play. Still got Reiling in the ball game. Got Snodgrass in the ball game. Got Billier over here on this side. It looks like Anderson back in the middle.
Yes, he is.
And who we got? Solberg. We got a lot of our guys in there.
Another broken play by Collins. Pushes the big fella out of bounds. Number 3, the quarterback, Johnson, 6 foot, 190 pounds.
Several guys had a crack at him. Rivera went for the ankles, and Snodgrass was over there. And I think is that Hoon that actually finally
I think it was Hoon.
leveled him out the sidelines. Yeah, Landon Hoon busted him on the sideline. So it's still second and a couple acres.
6:06 left in the first half. Geneseo up. The score 38-0. Has been no question at this point in the game that Geneseo has things in control. Wide receiver out wide to the right side of the offense for Collins. A straight drop back to pass, getting some pressure, gets flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be brought down, throws that ball out of bounds. They're going to throw the flag for illegal grounding.
That's not going to work. He was actually in the grasp and threw the ball just directly out of bounds, trying to avoid the sack.
I'm not sure who was on top of him there.
It looked like Reiling over there, if I can read the number right.
I think you're right, 68, yep.
Had a wrap on him, but he was getting a lot of pressure from about 3 green jerseys.
Now they're going backwards into their own territory to the 47-yard, 48-yard line. That'll be third and, well,
a whole bunch.
Yes. They need to get down to the 18-yard line for a first down.
10, 20, 35. 35 yards to go.
39 big ones. Wide left, wide right. They have spread offense, shotgun formation. Big pressure coming up the middle.
Oh, he got it
across the middle. And brought down immediately. Solberg there, Kroger, along with Rivera downfield.
He was wide open in the middle, did catch the pass, and that's a deal where you're going to give him a little bit of space when when it's second and 140 yards or something. But did you like the moves he had there after that? It was kind of like Dancing with the Stars. The way he was, he looked like he was on the dance floor out there. Several little spin moves.
And Collins will go into punt formation, 4th and 32 for them. Or excuse me, 4th and 18 from the 35-yard line of Geneseo. They go in punt formation. The ball's bobbled. He's going to drop back. The big fella's going to drop back and pass the ball incomplete.
J.J. Rivera all over the coverage. Did not fall for that one.
Right.
Kroger not too far behind him. They weren't going to let that happen.
The snap came back to the kicker, and he dropped the ball, and he just picked it up. Rather than trying to get a kickoff, he tried to throw it. Number 71 is a big quarterback.
I couldn't tell if that was a planned play.
I don't know.
That play might have been planned because they weren't. Nobody's going downfield.
Yeah, the way you said that may have been why he didn't catch the ball cleanly, because he was thinking about what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he was thinking about throwing the ball before he caught it. So Maple Leafs take over on downs after one big play by Chicago Collins Academy. Had the Geneseo spooked just a little bit here, but that was quickly thwarted by lots of penalties.
Tyler Craig in the game at center position this time. There goes 26 with the carry for the Leafs. Ray Singbush on the counter play.
Singbush up the middle for about 6. Once again, got lots of new bodies in there. Going to get some. We got Greg. He's got Strawhacker.
Yep.
Strawhacker at the offensive tackle slot. Wish we could catch some of those other numbers.
Brad Schulte checks into the game at the end position.
Burton still in there at the guard.
Far side looks like here. Had to pick up that left side as they get down their stance.
We got Brad Schulte in there on this end over here.
Luxmore. Quarterback keeper as Schneider missed the handoff, or the snap was bobbled a little bit. And he pulled it in and took it upfield for a first down into Collins territory.
Just kept those legs driving. How does a little freshman like Snyder, with 3 defensive linemen hanging on him, drive for an extra 6 or 7 yards?
I don't know.
I think it's willpower.
Tabor checks in with the Leafs.
Zach Tabor getting a shot. As you mentioned, Tyler Craig taking over at that center spot.
Nick Norris at the left tackle position for the Leafs. 1st and 10 Leafs. Giving the ball, looking to get around the corner this time. Nice block out there. Going to be a flag thrown out here.
That's
going to call Singbush for a clipping call right here in front of the Geneseo bench.
That's got to be a blocking call. It was going to
block in the back.
Would have been a first down by Derek Mitchell. Derek Mitchell tucked that thing in and looked like he was carrying out a fake. We could see it very clearly, but on this side. But I don't think many of the defensive players knew he had the football.
I don't think so either.
Once again, even we're well past the starting unit offensively here in the backfield, but carrying out the fakes and hiding the football, the deception that we got is got Chicago Collins totally baffled. Ike Silver checks out over here. We get some shots there in the offensive backfield.
Back to Geneseo 40.
And Schulte checks in with a play.
38-0, Maple Leafs on top with 3:53 left in this first half.
That was a costly penalty, cost about 20 yards.
Yep.
Whistles all over the place now. Candy wrappers.
Resetting the play clock.
You know, the winds we had this week, that 50 and 60 mile an hour stuff, would have really wreaked havoc with this football game a little bit. But you know, it's kind of a nice little breeze out there. A lot of sun and breeze.
Toned down nicely. Singbush goes in motion, gives the ball
Whoa.
up the middle to Barons on the carry. Again, looked like the face mask was kind of held on to the way his head was moving around. Brings up second down for the Leafs.
Alan Sumrall made a nice solo tackle on that particular play, and the Maple Leafs, once again, at 2nd and 15, are in danger of possibly having to punt here if they don't come up with the big play for the first time in the ball game. Tabor checks in with the play.
Up front for the middle linebacker for Collins, Wilford Phillips in the middle. Nice looking
Broken play there.
running back or linebacker, lost in the play for the Leafs. Got to get on sync once again here for the offense.
You know, this is what happens a lot of times, and it's nobody's fault. You're just moving people in and out. You hope these guys get some snaps together in practice. But that this unit doesn't get enough reps in practice, to really have everything timed and execution in sync.
Counter play. Little seam up the middle there for Mitchell. Gets back to the original first down. Bring up a fourth down. They'll go in punt. Geneseo will go into punt formation.
First time in the ball game. The Maple Leafs have to punt, but
Mitchell, the ball carries.
Score still stands at 38-0 in favor of the Maple Leafs with 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. Maple Leafs, until this drive, had pretty well had their way offensively.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
And there's really the penalty, the blocking penalty, that really put the cramps on it, and not as much Chicago Collins.
Punt formation. Fisher, nice spiral kick.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Go down.
That's a beauty.
Hit at the 10 and rolls out of bounds at about the 9-yard line. Nice kick that time by Fisher.
That's a pretty punt.
Oh, it was, wasn't it?
They're going to set it right on the 10-yard line, and Collins is got a long ways to go.
Again, did not give Collins a chance to return the kick with a minute 34 left in this first half.
Coach Mackey out there still coaching. He's got a defensive unit out there that actually
looks like
pretty much
still have Ryland out there.
A lot of the regulars. Billier, of course, has checked in, but he's been in a lot. He's been getting a lot of reps. So otherwise, it's a lot of the starting unit. Rivera over on the far side, Snodgrass in the middle, Schilling on this side of the linebacker core.
Wishbone formation behind the quarterback.
Rivera.
Give the ball up the middle.
Oh.
And Snodgrass wrestles him down for no gain in the play. The clock will keep moving here.
Snodgrass.
26.
Snodgrass smelled that rat. There was no way. No way he was going anywhere.
Timeout.
Collins.
Geneseo.
I think they signaled Collins. Did they? Was timeout Geneseo?
Timeout Geneseo.
I'm sorry. I thought they did.
Timeout Geneseo.
It is. Okay. I thought Collins was actually calling timeout, thinking they might take this ball 90 yards.
Right.
That would have been, that kind of been a good feeling.
It would have been.
Just, it's eternal optimism. 90 yards from pay dirt, down 38-0, thinking you're going to score. Got to do that. Or else warm the bus up, one of those two things.
One of the two, yeah. I assume Geneseo just thinking they want to get that punt return team and look at something there as far as, again, learning something.
Eric Solberg, Walders, Krogert, Hamer, Hoon, all the usuals in there. Billier is in where Cawthron had started the ball game, but otherwise Anderson and Cole Reiling still in there, making sure they put the stops.
Schilling's in there, yep.
They obviously feel that they need to continue to work on some things.
1:22 left in this first half. Geneseo's up with a score of 38-0.
Tyler Fisher taking some snaps. Is that correct?
Yep, looks like it.
Maybe they're going to work on the passing game a little bit. Seth Daniels and Tyler Fisher.
Kroger stands back deep. He's getting flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be chased down by the Leafs. He's going to be out close. Who's going to catch him and knock him now? He runs out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Depends on where they mark it if they get the first down. Again, didn't have to contain on that left side of that defense.
It is not going to be a first down. He ran him out of bounds about the 18-yard line.
Okay.
Did not have the containment, and Rivera was the one chasing him toward the sideline. Was successful in getting him to the sideline, but just could not catch up with him.
So we'll call it 3rd and a long one for Collins on their own 18-yard line. Down by 38.
Mentioned Snodgrass a little bit ago. You know, what a smart football player. It just looks like he just knows where the ball's going.
Yep.
Understands his defensive spot right there. You know, that middle linebacker's got to be intelligent besides hard-nosed.
Spread offense. Drop back and look to take that ball.
Gone!
Intercepted that time. Walters saw that one coming from a mile. Touchdown, Andrew Walters. 18-yard return for the touchdown.
That was
read that.
Solberg and Walters on that side over there, and it was just a matter of which. I wonder if they looked at each other, wonder which one they wanted to take it, because it was up for grabs.
He really saw that one coming. Be the 5th caller to La Roma's Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown. And win a free, large, 2-topping pizza. Radio listeners only. Must be redeemed within 1 week. La Roma's 944-6171.
This is great publicity over there at La Roma's, Gene, but you know, I hope we're not going broke giving out pizzas today. 44-0, looking for 45 right here.
Arnold on for the PAT attempt. Kicks up. Nice chip shot and good by Arnold to make the score 45-0 Maple Leaf. That means as we start the second half at this point with 107 left in the first half, we start that second half, it's going to be continuous clock from that point on.
I assume that's good in the playoffs just as well. We don't see it in the playoffs nearly as much as you do during the regular season, but this could allow us to get home and enjoy this afternoon just a little bit sooner than we expected. You know, the Saturday afternoon ball game, I'm looking at a lot of the Geneseo alumni down here. A whole bunch of kids come home from college for this game. You know, what an atmosphere here. I'm sorry.
I think I saw Michael Atwell down here in front of us a little earlier.
Yeah, a lot of your, even your college kids who are playing athletics have the opportunity to come home here. I'm looking at, several college kids down here that wish I could go out and talk to. Good to see.
Yep.
Good to see showing the spirit, showing up for the old alumni football game, and good to see the Leafs on fire here today.
Arnold with the kick, returned at the 20, caught at the 20-yard line.
Oh, what a block.
And again, number 3 with the carry. Going to look to cut back against the green again, trying to pick up some more blockers. A lot of backyard football going on here as he brought down at the 36-yard line. That time by Brian Johnson, looked like. And Oliver Newton, maybe.
There was several guys. I saw Isaac Silver chasing him across the field twice, had a hold of him once and got blocked another time. But, you know, those guys are chasing, that reversing the field tactic that they got going on there.
He's done it a couple times.
It is. And one play really worked for him. Actually, this isn't bad field position. Started at the 38-yard line.
You see the short one personnel. Greg Strawhacker comes in the nose guard position. Wide left, wide right. Goes Collins. Motion back towards the line of scrimmage. Collins with a nice pick at that time, knocked out of bounds. That up on a sweep play to the right side of their offense. Knocked out of bounds at the 45.
He's going to pick up about 7 on that play. And that is a little unusual. It's still, again, Maple Leafs defense fairly intact. There's a couple fresh people in there, as we mentioned, Billier several times, and Strawhacker in there in the middle.
Ran a little motion action that time, and the wide receiver came in made a block on our end, almost a crackback block. See if they'll try to do the same thing going this side, maybe. 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line of Collins. Collins with the ball. Looking to send a man in motion, but he did not come in motion. Nice block again, the crackback like we saw on the other side. And slow to get up will be the Leafs.
That's going to be a first down. And, off the bottom of the pile here. Solberg in on that tackle, and Hoon on the bottom pile, but Solberg is the one getting up
Right.
a little bit slow here. You know, this is absolutely what you don't want to have happen in a game that's over.
Right. So they did get enough to pick up the first down.
Looks like he's just got his bell rung maybe a little bit, or maybe the wind knocked out of him.
Maybe the wind.
Yeah, he's taking deep breaths. I haven't seen any smelling salts come out. They don't use that anymore, though.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's more of a, they got the wind knocked out of him more than anything, it looks like. Again, that tight end going, or the wide receiver's coming back and cracking back on the block. It's clean block.
Anthony Rome down here talking to Coach Johnson Sr. He he looks like he's saying, "Can you put me in, Coach? Can I play a couple plays of defense?" They have not used Anthony on defense tonight, and,
Nope.
and I know that's a precaution, making sure he gets fully healed. One more week of healing for Anthony on that.
Yep.
Yeah, they get him all healed up. And we mentioned Wes Cathcart. Good possibility, hopefully, of getting him cleared. Maybe get him in action next week. He's been practicing, just not contact.
Gonna go sweep play there side once again. Same play with a wide receiver coming into and a crackback block. Flag is being thrown at the 40-yard line. Don't know what the call is going to be made.
Well, Sober's going back in the ball game.
Yep.
Cothran going back in the ball game. Looks like we're going to stiffen up here a little bit. And
Right before halftime here, 31 seconds before halftime.
Brady Ci checking out of the game. Going to stiffen up and say, let's not give him a score here. It looks like that play could go against Geneseo. It is.
Personal foul.
Flag on the play is for personal foul against Geneseo.
They'll march off a big one on this. Move the ball inside the 30-yard line for Collins right here before halftime. 31 seconds left on the clock.
So Mark Cothran goes in to play the nose on the defensive line, and Bill, you're still at the tackle. But the Maple Leaf defense, otherwise, is still pretty intact from the starting unit and really wants to put a stop here.
1st and 10 from the 22-yard line for Collins. They have a little bit reverse action in the backfield. In the pursuit that time was Schilling, and then Walters comes up and just finishes him off.
Schilling and Solberg also coming up behind. Schilling had him by the arm, and Walters saw that he was basically kind of stopped and just busted his chops. Get me out of the game.
Loss of about 9 on the play. 14 seconds left on the clock here before halftime. Leafs are up by a score of 45-0.
And they called timeout with 14.4 seconds left. Still trying to get that ball in the end zone. Would really like to take that 0 off the board, does Chicago Collins Academy. But I believe that was that Grissom carrying the ball?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, Grissom. I'm not sure Grissom wants the ball back on this play. He
didn't know what hit him. He thought he was going to be wrestled down. All of a sudden, the truck hit him.
I think he would like to just take a little break at halftime and see if he wants to come back.
Come on, they're playing their second unit, Coach. Why can't we?
Walters just laid into him, and with Schilling hanging onto his arm, he was kind of a stationary target, and boom.
A good clean hit.
Oh yeah, clean hit.
Didn't lead with his head or anything. Just came up and just steamrolled him.
He was just going nowhere, and it was kind of a statue standing out there. Might as well knock him over. Is that vandalism?
No.
No. Okay.
So Collins comes back out to the field a little disorientated here what they're going to set up in. They got a quarterback, number 10, Gaines.
They're trying to figure out how many wideouts they can get. They got 4.
I think there's a play drawn up in the dirt over there.
They got
somewhere.
a 3-man flood on the far side over there.
Drop back, the pass. Going to put the ball high in the air. On the coverage is Hamer, incomplete. Falls at the goal line. Nobody near the ball. Kroger and Hamer were the closest ones to it. And that brings up a 3rd down with 6 seconds left on the clock for Collins.
6.8 seconds should be the last play, unless he throws it incomplete very quickly.
Ball sits on the 30-yard line of Geneseo.
They got to go for it all. There's no way they're going to actually complete a pass in the field of play and get a timeout called. So it's all or nothing right here, and Maple Leafs just have to defend against the end zone.
Receiver goes out wide to the left side. That's Daniels. He's caught 19 passes on the year. Walters under Hoons in the coverage over on that same side. Quarterback drops back to pass. Puts the ball across the middle. Incomplete, just about deflected, just about caught by Hamer there.
Kroger, I think it went through Kroger's hands first and right into Hamer's hands, and it is probably the deflection threw him off a little bit, so first half's going to end that way.
45-0 at halftime here at the first round Class 4A playoff games. 45-0, Maple Leafs on top. We'll be back after this to bring you all the halftime festivities.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Central Bank, Chicago Street Decorating Center, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Stackhouse Moore, Farmers National Bank, Geneseo Telephone Company, Turpins of Geneseo, Hammond Henry Hospital, Hazelwood Homes, Northside Rexall Drug, ProTech Auto Body, Holland & Sons, Crow Ford. Please patronize these fine businesses and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Maple Leafs. ladies and gentlemen, Geneseo High School cheerleaders.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the second half of action here, this first round playoff game, Class 4A, Geneseo Maple Leafs versus Chicago Collins Academy out of the second city division of the city Chicago Public League. We're at halftime. I'm John Rowley along with Bob Pettit, bringing you all this action. As the first half was a highlight film, a 45-0 Maple Leafs on top. Geneseo will kick off to start this second half.
A lot of people got in that highlight film. A lot of people had some really good stuff. You know, they want to save this. I'm not sure what you sell these clips for, Keith, but you know, some of these players want it for their lifetime highlight film.
Kickoff comes down the 18-yard line, return back to the 30. On the tackle on the bottom of the pile, looks like for the Leafs, number 22 on the tackle, Luke Schneider.
Maple Leafs going to send their defensive unit out there that started the ball game with the exception of Alex Anderson. Alex Anderson going both ways, so he's going to get some rest defensively, and Caleb Billier is going to take that tackle spot on the far side. Otherwise, the same unit started the ball game.
Cothran in the middle, Cole Ryan on the left side. Snodgrass, the quarterback, going to go shotgun formation. The quarterback's going to keep the ball. Going to hem him in, pushing back against the grain once again on the tackle on the far side. Nice contact. Again, it's kind of a broken scramble run around and get some yardage. They got 7 yards on the play.
Solberg and Schilling on the tackle.
Solberg on the tackle.
I wonder what that play is called. You know, when you're on the playground, you know, you draw in the sand here and say, you go that way, and you throw me a block over here because I'm going to do this.
It's what it looks like, doesn't it? Just nothing going there, so I'll turn around and reverse field and go the other way.
But he did pick up 9, so we'll give him credit for that.
Johnson on the carry for Collins there. 45-0, Maple Leafs up on top. Get the ball to running back up the middle, little trap action. Going to be short of the first down, looks like. It'll bring up third down.
Had a couple guys stunning on that, and kind of guessed wrong possibly, but they filled that hole really, really quickly.
In 45-0, Maple Leafs on top here. Halftime just completed. It's 10:04 left in the third quarter.
Third and a little bit, about 2 feet.
Collins on their opening possession. They'll go in a shotgun formation. Third and a yard. I think it said less than that even. Going to drop back the pass. We're going to bring the house on them. Incomplete, overthrown. To bring up a fourth down. Hoon on the coverage along with Krogert.
Almost picked right through.
Yes.
It was a little high, of course, but just about picked by Hoon or Krogert. Once again, everybody on the defensive backfield for Maple Leafs have done some intercepting this year. I think Krogert might lead the team with, he must have about 4 or 5.
Krogert with 5 interceptions.
Yeah.
1 for a touchdown.
And fourth down, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Fourth and less than a yard for Collins. Ball sits on their own 38-yard line.
Why not?
Geneseo's defense walks up
tight. Pack it tight. Bust them. Bust them. They did.
Short. They're going to be short.
Oh,
on the
my
first
goodness.
down.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe lost a yard or 2 on the play. Geneseo's defense came to play that time.
They hit him low. They hit him high.
And
coming off the bottom of the pile, we got Rivera was high. Hoon was low. Solberg was in there.
And Hamer comes out with him too. Yep.
Cothran in the bottom of that mix. Hamer, I mean, everybody just got up the line of scrimmage and busted it, and it just drove them back.
A new unit of offense for the Leafs.
Running back doesn't have much chance when the offensive line is shoved into the backfield.
Craig brings him up the line of scrimmage, Rolly at quarterback. He goes sweep play, gives the ball to Mitchell, looking for a sweep. Out and around the corner goes Mitchell, going to find a corner, gets the first down, and plus a little bit. First down for the Maple Leafs with a flag on the play back at the 36-yard line.
It's not a very good place for the offense. It's probably an illegal block.
Mitchell, ball carrier.
Maple Leafs here had picked up a first down on the play, had this play stand, but it's going to be a holding call. Maple Leafs
moves it back. Yeah,
the Leafs with that unit, most of that unit, I would have to say that we described just before half. Might want to run through that again.
Got Norris up front, number 65. Luxmore, number 77. The center, Tyler Craig, number 55. Oliver Newton now checking out.
Blake Rush checking into the ball game along with Brad Schulte. Brad Schulte been running plays at that end spot.
Right side, Strawhackers on that side, the tackle position. 7 seconds left in the play clock. Gonna go counter play this time to Mitchell. Gets a nice pickup and maybe 5 on the play. Now it's giving 4 on the play. And bring up a 2nd and long for the Leafs.
Mitchell, the ball carrier, tackled by White.
But they're down in that Collins territory. Oh, here we go. Looks like Newton. Yeah, Newton was going to check in the ball game. Coach Johnson is here. Take a play with you.
The backfield is Mitchell, number 29, along with the fullback. Lining up looks like Barons, number 36.
Got Strawhacker over on the far side. Tackle.
Singbush
spot.
on the right wing. He comes in motion. Going to go option play. Gets the ball out to Singbush. Touches his knee down at about the 45. He cuts back against the grain. Good penetration that time by Collins. Bring up a 3rd and long for the Leafs.
Snuffed that one out. Just wasn't any place to go for Singbush. He had 2 guys hemming him in there. Tried to duck under him, but knee touched in the process. Just had to dive for what he could get. So it's going to be 2nd pretty long here. Maple Leafs going to have to come up with a big play, or they're going to have to punt for the 2nd time in the game.
Now play just now getting the huddle with 17 seconds left on the play clock. Rolly, the quarterback, number 16, the freshman. Got 2 freshmen in there right now with him and Singbush. 8 seconds left on the play clock. You're going to have to get up and get him going. Going to drop back the pass.
Oh!
Pass downfield, incomplete down there to the 30-yard line.
Ball.
Intended down there for number 86 of the Leafs, Brad Schulte.
That ball was tipped up in the air, and I thought maybe the ball was going to come down somewhere where Schulte could make an effort for it. But apparently we had a bad angle on it. He did not get that opportunity. So Maple Leafs going to have to punt here for the 2nd time in the ball game. Bringing in still some fresh bodies in there. I see Michael Daniels running into the ball game. Is he going to snap that ball?
Long snapper, yep.
Yeah, the long snapper.
Going to punt formation for the Leafs. Snaps high, fielded well though. It's a nice kick that time. Right at the goal line, rolls into the end zone. Nice punt by Mitch Miller. Bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. It looks like the starting unit on the defensive side of the ball is going to check back in on the play as we'll set it up 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line of Collins Academy.
Same unit that just was on the field in the last series of downs, and which is the starting unit, except for Caleb Billier has checked in at the defensive tackle spot, and I believe it is Cothran has moved to the middle, to the nose.
Shotgun formation. Got a receiver down deep, well overthrown. Walters was the nearest man to that ball. Incomplete, it falls at the 50-yard line. The receiver kind of looks to the sidelines like, what's going on? Why was...
That was well covered by the Leafs defense.
Yep.
Walters, as you said, was the only guy that had any opportunity for that thing, and he was behind the ball. Hoon had his man covered. Hamer had his man covered. There basically was nobody open, so he just basically lofted it.
Let it go. 45-0 is the score on the board with 3:57 left in this 3rd quarter. Geneseo's on top.
Clock moving, clock rolling with the 40-point deficit.
Yep.
And well, it seems like this is going quick.
2nd and 10. Going to run the ball. Stopped short of any gain that time. Cole Riley was all over that, along with somebody around his ankles would have been Cothran.
Had some very interesting games.
Woodbury checks in for the Leafs at the nose guard position.
Very interesting games in the playoffs to this point. The Rock Island game must have been some fantastic deal last night. Boy, the Rocky was almost given up for dead with just a couple minutes left to go in the final quarter, and they pulled off a miracle. Congratulations to the Rocks and Dick Boblet.
3rd and 10 for Collins, shotgun formation. Drop back to pass. Going to look to throw that ball down across the middle. Oh, nice catch that by Tyler Craig.
Oh!
Nice interception by Craig. Drop back from his linebacker position. Nice athletic catch by Craig.
That's a
outstanding.
He didn't get up ahead of steam, though, in his return.
No.
His yardage after the catch was not so good because the defender, I didn't catch his number, the defender from Collins kind of laid one on him.
there.
And that's probably the hardest hit by Collins of the day.
Yes.
From either side of the ball. Just happened to have an opportunity, and he, maybe out of frustration, he finally got a hit.
That was a very sure-handed interception by
Nice
Craig.
job by Craig.
1st and 10 Leafs at their 30-yard line. Fakes the ball up the middle. Oh, does have the ball up the middle. On the carry was Behrens. Picks up a nice gain of 6-7 yards. Moves the ball down to the 23-yard line.
Once again, the Maple Leafs have moved the football each and every time they had it, and the only times they punted in the ball game were penalties that had pushed them back, caused them some pretty serious heat, and they just didn't overcome it. But they've moved the football each and every time they've got it.
Rusk checks into the game along with number 88 for the Leafs, which would be Stephen Garnett at that right end position.
Mitch Miller over here on this wing.
A sweep play, looking for a block. Nice block up front. Looking for a corner, pushed out of bounds after picking up the first down at the 18-yard line. Goes the Leafs offense. Bouquet on the carry.
Alan Bouquet in the ball game. The exchange student getting to carry the football. Says he loves football.
We are just shuffling them in and out.
We're shuffling it, yeah, and Scholey looks like he's running the play. Strawhacker checks out.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line of Collins.
Getting a lot of people some opportunities in there.
Sure is.
Miles Williams.
Double wing set.
In at that guard spot.
Gives the ball up the middle. Behrens on the carry. Nice pick up that time close to the 10 as he falls forward. Let's call it the 11-yard line.
Take that back.
Behrens.
Oliver Newton at the guard spot. Miles Williams at the tackle.
Nick Norris in there.
Spot.
And just as we have them set, they shuffle some more in, and Rusk and Garnett come back in. Stephen Garnett, number 88. The junior.
Connor Luxmore.
5'10".
Connor Luxmore still at the guard, at the left guard.
2nd and 5. Sweep play. Looking to get around the corner out there. Not a whole lot. Now they ducks his head, gets it close to the 10.
That's Miller on the pickup. Moving that ball down to close to the, you say, got right at the 10-yard line. 3rd and about 3.
Miller, the sophomore.
Long 2. Moving these guys in and out. You know, it's the cohesiveness is very difficult when you're moving players in and out. You don't know who's next to you and what, you know, who. Sometimes the blocking schemes get a little confusing.
And that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. So after 3 quarters of play in this first round, Class 4A playoff game, it's your Geneseo Maple Leafs up by the score of 45-0. We'll be back after this to bring you all the 4th quarter action.
This TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Central Bank, Chicago Street Decorating Center, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Stackhouse Moore, Farmers National Bank, Geneseo Telephone Company, Turpins of Geneseo, Hammond Henry Hospital, Hazelwood Homes, Northside Rexall Drug, ProTech Auto Body, Holland & Sons, Crow Ford. Please patronize these fine businesses and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter of action here at Geneseo Bob Reed Field. Geneseo up by the score of 45-0 here as we start this 4th quarter. Geneseo, the whole have been in the slaughter rule or the continuous clock.
He just made an announcement on the Iowa score. I couldn't tell, but it sounded like Iowa was ahead of Michigan State.
I think by the reaction of the Pattersons down ahead of us, they must be up.
They were, I didn't hear the exact score, but, you know, people excited about those Iowa Hawkeyes this year. Had a couple tough losses, but they're, you know, they still have some high hopes for the postseason. Getting a big bowl game yet.
3rd and 3 for the Leafs. Timeout being called by Collins Academy. I think they're in short of one player out there.
Timeout Collins.
I'm looking at the I'm looking at the players here down the sideline. It looks like, you know, the guys are shuffling in and out, trying to, you know, be in position to get the call to get in there. And, you know, we got Blake Russ down here, and was that Steve Garnett?
Steve Garnett's
in there, and right behind him is Wes Cathcart, saying, "Put me in, coach. Let me play a play." Mark Cawthon standing by him for moral support.
Yep. Cathcart injured there in that Ottawa game on a slow whistle by the referees. Just itching to get back in there. You know, certainly it's better we can set him another week this week.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get him released for contact this coming week and try to get him ready to go and get back in the playoff action.
Here we go. Barons up the middle. Barons going to fight for a yardage. Barons gets close to the goal line. First down anyway. Right near the goal line goes Barons. He drug a player right behind him. Number 32 was on his waist, and he just drug him. Got one of the bigger players for Collins. Summerall.
He looked like he had an air compressor behind that hammer, just driving it.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. Just kept on going to her right down there. You know, these guys getting their names called out there, they want to put that in the end zone.
Sure do, yeah. Here goes sweep play.
Oh,
okay, nothing going that time for him. So he tried to get a quarter, nothing there for him.
Alan Bouquet with the pitch, and all of a sudden he saw 2 white jerseys. He wasn't looking for that experience right there.
Loss of about 4 or 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 9, I guess we'll have to call it.
Matthew Rowley guiding the offense right now from the quarterback spot, looking for, I think this would be his first varsity touchdown drive. Am I correct?
Not sure. I think it is.
Nope.
Gets the ball up the middle, gets inside the 5, goes the fullback. I believe Barons on the carry. Ran hard both times he's had the ball here in this series. Moves it inside the 5. It'll bring up a 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line.
Ball's at the Collins 5-yard line. 3rd.
Garnett checks in. Blake Russ checks in.
Craig brings him up the line of scrimmage after a big interception earlier here in this late in the 3rd quarter. Didn't pick up what happened there. Looks like the mesh between quarterback and...
well, that play just got stuffed is what happened. There was either a missed block or somebody stunted, and there was a Collins defender in the backfield before the handoff could be made, and they just tried to just tuck the ball in and eat it.
So they'll bring up a 4th down for Geneseo on the 5-yard line. 4th and 5, 4th and goal, I should say, at the 5-yard line. Geneseo's up by the score 45-0 with 9:42 left in this 4th quarter.
And this is a position where you just go for it. And he's
on the carry, number 25 for the Leafs.
Not going to get there.
Mitch Miller, no touchdown on that, and they'll turn the ball over on downs. It's a nice drive, though, by the Geneseo 2nd unit.
Got that ball deep in Collins territory, giving it up on the 2-yard line. Maple Leaf defense checking in. Are going to have some substitutions now.
I think they're still short 1 player out there.
Yep. We still got a few starters in the ball game. I see Silver checks in at the nose. And Mike Murray, freshman, checks in at the tackle, defensive tackle spot.
Burns going to check in at the linebacker position.
Blake Woodbury at the other tackle.
2 wideouts, spread offense. From his own end zone, the quarterback has no any intentions on throwing the ball. Knocked out of bounds on the far side by Barons. After a pretty good pickup of about 10 yards.
I believe
I'm not going to mark it back at the 10-yard line. So
I believe the scouting report really said to look for a little bit of that, where he'd just take the ball and run, or maybe just take the ball from scrimmage and naked bootleg. But, you know, they really haven't done a great deal of that.
No.
The quarterback, as a runner, has been a weapon for him this past season, but today they haven't had too many weapons outside of broken plays. Just a little creative running is about the only thing that's got him in a yardage.
423 yards on the year for Johnson, the quarterback. And they send a man in motion. They're going to look for a sweep play. Going to try to bounce it outside. DeCap has him hemmed in. Nice tackle that time by Matthew Rowley. Could you hear that all the way up here on the field, Mike? Placed by John Buzzard strategically down at the 35-yard line.
That was a good stick. Eric Solberg took on about 2 or 3 blockers to allow Rowley to come up, and I believe it was DeCap. DeCap was the other tackler, came up, and it's going to be a penalty against Collins again. Every time they look like they want to move the football, they shoot themselves in the foot with a penalty of some sort.
Illegal procedure by Collins. You're right, knocked back about 5 yards from the original line of scrimmage.
As good a defensive play as that was, it was going to be a first down, and now instead they're going to end up with 2nd and 7 deep in their own territory, about the 6.5-yard line.
As soon as we saw that receiver go in motion back towards the line of scrimmage, he heard everybody yelling, that sweep play. DeCap out here in the coverage along with over here on the near side, John Solberg, number 84. Quarterback on a drop back, looking to throw the ball long. Stride for stride. And incomplete, out of bounds, the pass play. Nice coverage over there for the Maple Leafs. Schneider on the coverage.
Quarterback has a strong arm. It is so strong that he's usually about 5 yards beyond the nearest receiver.
Right.
Just has not been on the money too many times today.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and 7. 3rd and 6, let's call it, from their own 6-yard line for Collins. Geneseo's up by the score 45-0 here with 6:17 left in the ball game.
Got a lot of new folks in there. Bouquet now in there defensively, but we still got Walters back there. I think, is Walters about the only starter left in there?
No, Walters out. That's Schneider on the far side.
I'm sorry.
Now they throw the ball to the big fella.
Running across the game.
And brought down.
And his own man tackled him, or at least held him up till somebody could get there. Woodbury, we're going to give credit for the tackle.
Okay, they picked up the first down. That time they took the quarterback, put him in a receiver position just to get the ball to him in a different position. Like you said, he's about all they've really had here this afternoon.
So DeCap back here, Scholey on the linebacker core, and Snyder, like Luke Snyder on the far side. Looks like we pretty well got a whole new unit. And Isaac Silver on the nose, taking on the big boys.
1st and 10. He's going to keep the ball once again, number 3. Looking to find a seam outside. Another nice hit on this near sideline by John Solberg.
Nice job by John Solberg.
Bend but don't break.
5'11" sophomore, 165 pounds.
Well, you got the camera set just right there, John. Picked up both those hits right in front of the microphone.
Got a lot of these younger players. You got Mike Murray here on this. Get a nice shot of Mike Murray here on the defensive tackle spot, a freshman. You know, a lot of these young players getting some valuable playoff experience here at the varsity level.
Schneider
payoff in the future.
Just about got him from the backside.
That was Murray that just about got him.
Still on his feet.
But he's still rolling.
Brought down short of the first down.
We're going to have to credit.
DeCap was in there.
That was Solberg also.
Solberg,
on the tackle. John Solberg.
45-0 Maple Leafs up on top. There's been no question as Billy Hamer took the opening kickoff for the game. 86 yards for the touchdown.
Snyder and Bouquet on the far side over there. Make sure I think we've got about everybody.
Yep.
The middle linebacker, Tyler Craig, doing a nice job.
Going to go option
both sides
play.
of the ball.
And brought down after the quarterback, once again, just backyard football. Just take off, smear the clear with the ball, and he picks up good yardage, tackled by Rowley over at the 44-yard line. Gets the first down with 3:38 left.
Cameron Panacucci checking in for Woodbury.
Strawhacker checks in.
Strawhacker checks in for Mike Murray. These younger players getting some valuable experience.
Playoff experience.
Someday down the line, they're going to pay. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in this game and in the season
Shotgun
for
formation.
Chicago Collins.
Spread formation. Shotgun. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. Looking for a screen play. Oh. Just kind of lofts that ball out there. Everybody here saw it coming.
Solberg thought he had that ball, but the offensive player got his hands on that thing.
Oh. The crowd was cheering before it even happened because they could see it happen so well in front of them. That ball was just kind of lofted in the air and intended for one guy, and Solberg had a beat on him.
Got Lennon on the field here again, and it's going to be against
Holding.
Collins Academy. I know you got to officiate the game just like you got to play the game at the end, but you know what? There's 2 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here.
Yep.
And the score is 45-0.
And there's going to be a timeout on the field.
Yeah. Leave your holding flag in your pocket.
Yep. Yep. So Coach Mackey, Coach Holfer called the defensive unit over to the sideline here right in front of us.
Running clock in the second half has made this thing just fly right on by.
That's all right, isn't it?
It is all right. Moving right along. But it's a beautiful day. We get to go home and enjoy the rest of it after this ball game. Look forward to next week.
All indications are we will be on the road next week somewhere.
I don't think there's any avoiding that.
Yep.
If the lower seed wins,
they get one at home.
They get one at home, and if the higher seed wins, they're still higher than us.
Be the winner of the Sandwich Chicago Harper game.
So it's just a matter of where we travel is what it boils down to.
Right.
And according to seeds, of course, that should be Sandwich at 8-1. The number 4 seed in the bracket.
Yep.
We are number 5. They are just slightly ahead. But the
Gotta beat
seeding,
them all right now.
the seedings have not meant a great deal
No. Got
in some of the games this year.
Got a spread formation. We've got 3 receivers out here on this near side of the field. A lot of discussion on the far side by the Collins bench with the officials in what would appear one of their coaches. They stand in around the numerals. It's first and 10, or first and 22 for Collins. The ball sits at their own 32-yard line.
Look at the media on the sideline here. I think we have more media than they have people in the stands on the sideline.
You might be right there.
Ball boys, trainers, and coaches, I know we got them outnumbered.
Still have 3 receivers this near side of the field. Does Collins. Now they're going to look to throw a little holding there. No call. Cuts it back across the grain. Nice hit that time by Strawhacker.
Strawhacker high, and there was a number.
Yep.
There was a number 58 on the bottom. Is that Woodbury?
I think it was. There's a lot of beef between those two.
Had to be. That was a high-low. And that gentleman just really thought he was almost home free, but he's going to feel that on the bus.
Inside 2 minutes left in the ball game. Quarterback drops back to pass, going to put that ball up as far as he can. He's going to throw it. Incomplete, overthrown on the coverage over there. Snyder, incomplete, throws the ball down near the 30-yard line. The quarterback threw that ball.
I wonder if he has different receivers than he's been throwing to all season long, because those guys can't get under that ball at all. That ball was overthrown only by 3 yards. But maybe he thinks his receivers are a little faster than they are, because he's just laying that thing out there. And if he had a real speedster, that'd be a nice play.
Sure could. He threw that ball a long ways.
Or as I said earlier, somebody with a cape maybe.
Yep. Threw that ball almost 50 yards in the air. So it's 3rd and 23 for Collins. Spread formation. Barron's going to big pursuit with him. Another quarterback. Far sideline. Schneider brings him down. A couple players standing on the sideline for couple players for Collins on the sideline also go down.
Look like pinball machine over there, bowling maybe.
Yep. So it brings the ball back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 9, we'll call it, for Collins.
Still 4 wideouts.
38 seconds left.
Looking for somebody to get free. Oh, there's.
Throw the ball downfield. They're going to call a tripping call. They're going to pass interference as their legs got tangled up down near the 21-yard line.
That ball again was 5 yards beyond anybody's ability to catch the ball. I'm not sure why that wasn't an uncatchable ball, but with 19 and a half seconds left to go.
Timeout's being called by Collins. Well, for all what we've seen so far to this point, don't see any injuries really that have become apparent to us in this first round game.
I'm just wondering why they're calling timeout. I don't see anybody moving into the game that hasn't been in the game over there. But we're getting a lot of fresh jerseys in here. We're going to get some opportunities. Nick Verbeck's going to check in the ball game, another freshman. I just saw him running out on the field.
Number 72.
We're going to try to catch some of those. Again, same thing. Get in that playoff game.
Verbeck.
Travis Akers.
I'm with you there.
Travis Akers checking into the ball game.
It's like 18. Jacob Miller, 84 for the Leafs. John Solberg was in there. Has been there quite a bit here in the second half. Number 87, Jacob Stimes.
Nathan Yeager.
Number 7, he's in there. Devin Pontius.
Nathan Yeager going in defensively. Does
Miller.
a lot. Is a sophomore quarterback, and I know he does all the holding a lot of times. Good pair of hands out there.
Mitch Miller also checking again. Yeah.
Jacob Stimes, you got him. We get them all.
1st and 10. 19 seconds left on the clock. Verbeck's going to loft it and go across the middle. Incomplete. Downfield at about the 22-yard line. On the coverage back there was number 35, Nathan Johnson, and that's going to wrap it up. The clock's going to run down inside 5 seconds. Steven on the incomplete pass. They let the clock continue.
The running
on the
clock.
continuous clock. So that will do it. That'll wrap up the game here from Geneseo. Geneseo victorious in the first round playoff game against Chicago Collins Academy by the score of 45-0. And again, as they're announcing on the loudspeaker, we will be on the road next week, whether it be to Sandwich or to Chicago Harper, another public league school. But we will be on the road next week due to the way the seatings are laid out.
Due to the way the seatings are laid out, you might want to put your GPS geared towards Sandwich just to see what that trip's going to be like. They play at 5 o'clock today. Maple Leafs on track. Have some. I'm sure they have a lot higher goals than this, but they got to take them one at a time.
Got to take whoever they put in front of you. We didn't make the schedule. Just we play whoever the state says to go and play.
Took step 1 today against Chicago Collins. Nice ball game. Came out on fire. Took the opening kickoff down and were never really threatened after that. Controlled the ball game in every way, every phase of the game, in every sense. They controlled the line of scrimmage, controlled both sides of the ball. Never let up, played an outstanding ball game.
And a lot of guys saw the field today.
A lot of guys saw whether that helps this year down the line or in the future down the line. Those are all good things. You know, those kids stepping up and having an opportunity to see what varsity action is like in the playoff scenario.
A lot of new kids getting to touch that bell down there in the north end of the field for the first time also.
Don't ring that at freshman games, do they?
Nope.
It is. That's those young guys have been watching it for years and years as they're growing up, and they have the opportunity to go down and ring that thing.
Yep.
It's a thrill. That's just something they grow up wanting to do.
Bring a few of the stats here for Geneseo once we get them.
Patterson's all the way across there on crutches. Make sure. I wonder if he actually rung it with his hand or just poked it with his crutch.
So the Maple Leafs move on to next week, and so John Buzzard has quite a chore this evening or this afternoon with the stats, as Will Sandals not with us this weekend.
Usually they have one of them working by hand and one of them working by computer, and John over there scrambling like crazy to do both.
He's just going to give me the computer, and I'll just call off some of the Geneseo's numbers here. First downs, Geneseo with 15 first downs to Collins is 7. Rushing the ball, 14 of them are rushing, 1 by the pass. Rushing attempts, 42 attempts by Geneseo for 229 yards. Rushing attempts by Collins, 23 attempts for 142 yards. The yards lost, Geneseo 17 to Collins is 14. The net rushing yards on the day, Geneseo 212 to Collins is 128. Passing the ball, Geneseo was 2 of 3 for 45 yards. 2 of 3 for 28 yards. Collins was 3 of 16 for 28 yards. And total offense, total net yards on the day, Geneseo 240 yards to Collins's 156 yards. And that's time to see what else we got here. Return yards, going through our computer screen here. Fumbles. Geneseo or Collins had 2 fumbles and lost both of them. Geneseo had 1 fumble but did not lose it. Penalty-wise, Geneseo had 5 penalties for 55 yards to Collins' 8 penalties for 68, which most of them were in that very first series of the game. Time of possession, Geneseo or Collins 22 minutes and 55 seconds. And Geneseo's 25:05. Rushing the ball, Mitchell 37 yards. Barons 22, Schneider 29, Walters 27, 16 yards for Ray Singbush, 25 yards for Krogert. Hoon had 18, Burris had 14, Mitch Miller had 4, and then the team had a 7-yard. Either way, it's tough to read there. But they did either way. We came out on top with a score of 45.
That's
45 to 0.
That's a lot of backs with a lot of yardage.
It certainly
is. A lot
is.
of balance. You know, a lot of people spreading it around. You know, that's the one thing that you're going to find every year in the Green Machine is that, you know, you don't know who to key on.
Right.
And I certainly went through today. And again, the key I think is Maple Leafs came out ready to play.
They did
against a team they knew they would beat if they did play their game, show up, make sure they play their game, and they did that, and they walk away with a 45-zip victory.
That's going to pretty much wrap it up for us here this afternoon from Bob Reed Field. I'd like to thank Geneseo High School for their accommodations here at the home sideline on the west side of the field here at Bob Reed Field. To Greg Smith and WGRG FM crew back in the studio. The statisticians, John Buzzard, had a big chore there today to fulfill the shoes of Willis Andel. I'd like the TV technicians for TV and radio, Keith Kennett, Bob Pettit once again side by side here. We bring you all the Green Machine action. That's going to pretty much wrap it up for us here at Bob Reed Field. First round playoff game, Geneseo 45, Chicago Collins 0. Thank you for listening and good afternoon.